I, Pandemica. I'm the one who said it. If ECOWAS have the capability to restore Bosom into power, let them go. I swear, nobody is begging ECOWAS to stay, not to go and invade Niger. Let them go and invade Niger. You know, most of we, the Africans, don't know what Niger is having right now, but ECOWAS know what Niger have. They know. They are just bragging. I swear. If ECOWAS want to become a history in Africa, we will be happy to see ECOWAS become a history. That's why we are not begging ECOWAS not to go and invade Niger. We are even begging ECOWAS to please do it fast and go and invade Niger. Because we will be happy to see that ECOWAS become an history in Africa. Because ECOWAS is an organization that was recruited by the West to support their own stealing career in Africa. That is ECOWAS in Africa. It was recruited by the West. ECOWAS was recruited by the West to support their own stealing career in Africa. You see, that's what is happening. Because they lost a chances to steal the uranium from Niger. Now they have to employ. You see now they are sponsoring or pushing their second European Union that they call the African Union. And the so-called criminal group that they created, so-called ECOWAS. They are pushing them now. So that they can have a chance again in Niger to steal more. So ECOWAS was created by the West and given to Africa as an organization to stand by. This was the legal rule that they tell ECOWAS when they created the ECOWAS. That ECOWAS will be there to protect the leaders. And that's why most of the African leaders go into ECOWAS. They told them that this organization we are creating, or this military standby we are creating for you, is for the benefit of African leaders. So that any democracy African leader who is taken out by a military coup leader, that military coup leader, this ECOWAS will be the one to stand by for that president. A lot of the African leaders know they will never do good for their citizens. They will become a bad leader and an evil leader for their own citizens. They join because they know they will never do good. And militaries may intervene and bring them down. And a lot of the African leaders join into ECOWAS. For protection. For their own selfish protection. But not the protection of the country. Not for the protection of the citizens. But for the protections of the selfish leaders and the greatest leaders in Africa. They all join. Today, all the leaders you are seeing in ECOWAS today, all the African leaders, they are greedy and selfish. Greedy and selfish peoples who join ECOWAS. They don't join ECOWAS. The Gambian president didn't put Gambia into ECOWAS because he want to protect Gambia. No, he put Gambia into ECOWAS because he want to protect himself. Nigerian President Bola Tinubu didn't put Nigeria into ECOWAS to protect Nigeria. He put Nigeria into ECOWAS to protect himself. If Nigerian president joined ECOWAS to protect Nigeria, then why are we having criminal activities all over Nigeria? Why ECOWAS didn't invade to go and help Nigerians to secure that country? That should be the benefit of ECOWAS. If ECOWAS is there to protect Africa, to make sure that peace and love is stable in Africa. If that is the mission of ECOWAS, why ECOWAS didn't go to Nigeria to make sure that all criminal activities are banned in Nigeria and Nigeria become a stable country? But all the leaders join in ECOWAS for their own selfish protection, not for the protection of the country or for the protection or for the secure and the betterment of the country. No, they are protecting themselves. Themselves alone. Any leader, every leader out there in ECOWAS, I am the one who said it. Every African leader in ECOWAS, you are in ECOWAS for your own selfish interest. Because you want to protect yourself. You know you are a criminal, a thief. You go and hide behind ECOWAS. Before a coup will took place in Niger, there are terrorists in Niger terrorizing, killing Niger citizens. We have France soldiers at that moment in Niger. France who is saying today they are in Niger just to help Niger. Come on. France is a wicked country. The most wicked European country, number one, is France. I will make it clear to you, my people. The most wicked country in Europe is France. that want to make sure that they colonize every African country and they take a 50% or 60% of the benefit that came out from every African currency. They want to make sure that every natural resources, oil, gas, platinum, diamond that came out from Africa, they will be the first peoples to be introduced to. That natural resources or mineral resources must be introduced to before African countries will introduce them to another peoples. Africans, Francophone countries have signed this with France for a very long time. To make sure that Niger, if uranium came out from Niger, Niger will not sell this uranium to anyone but to France. To make sure that if oil came out from Mali, Mali will